Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Yoga for Athletes. This is Georgia here, and it's me. I hope you have had a great day so far and will have a wonderful evening, afternoon, and all the above. So the past 3 weeks, we've been working on the chakras, the energy bodies within us. If you believe in such thing, as I will state again and again, this is not something you have to believe in, but it is something that I believe in, and I offer it to you to maybe take a look into, or be open to the possibility of. But if it's not your thing, it's not your thing, and you can discard everything I'm about to say. So tonight's chakra we will start with we're going to be on with is the heart chakra. Obviously, it is located in the center of our chest. It is where we feel love and compassion and supported. So for it to be balanced, we will have a lot of compassion. We will feel loving towards others, loving towards ourselves. We will feel very empathetic. If there's an imbalance, we will feel critical or jealous or even hatred or maybe unempathetic. So all those negative things. Now, I believe that we are all humans and that we will come into an imbalance in a lot of these chakras just from everyday life and have those feelings that might fluctuate. So that is not typically, that is not saying that you have an imbalance if you have maybe a feeling every once in a while, but maybe if it stays in that area for too long, that maybe you have an imbalance. So it's just something to think about, something to guide your practice tonight. So if you don't believe in the chakra systems, you don't believe in the energy bodies, that's cool. Maybe just use this time to send love to yourself, love to someone who needs it, and maybe love to the world, love to your community, love to an entity, or a higher power, and just use that. We can use it in any capacity that we choose. Items to have tonight will be maybe a couple of blocks, a strap. If you have a big pillow or bolster, that would be great as well. Or you could even substitute a towel rolled up. This is going to be towards the end of practice. That's going to go underneath your back. So the affirmations for this evening are going to be, as soon as I can pull them up. I am kind to myself. I allow love to fill me up and guide me in all my actions. I am able to let go of the past, to forgive myself and others. I love myself and others fearlessly. Coming into Sukhasana or easy pose, or even if it's the legs out long, whichever is the seated option of your choice. Stack the head of our heart and heart of the pelvis. Start to soften the gaze and close the eyes to connect to the breath. Start by inhaling through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Exhale. Stay here for a few more rounds on your own, setting and sealing the intention of your choice. 3 more breaths here. Start to bat the eyelashes open. Coming back into your space. We're going to take the legs wide to begin coming into a wide-legged position. So we'll roll the thigh bones back and down to keep the toes flexed up towards the ceiling. Softness in the backs of the knees here. We're going to take the left hand to the shin at first, and then we're going to swing this right arm back behind us, placing it in the top of that left hip crease. If that is not an option for you, you can always bring it back into the lower back if it's too much on your shoulder to have it into the top of that left hip crease. And then when you get it to where you feel you are comfortable, you can lengthen that left hand down a little bit further, maybe all the way to the ankle. Radiate the chest up towards the ceiling and gaze towards the ceiling. Focus all the light and all your breath at your heart center, allowing it to radiate strength and love, and passion. Two more breaths here. On an inhale, start to release yourself from this posture. Exhale when you get there. Right hand's going to come to the top of that right shin. Take that left arm, swim it back behind you, place it in the top of the right hip crease if you can. Otherwise, again, place it in the center of the lower back and just rest it there. Maybe lengthen that right hand out a little bit further. Roll the left shoulder back and gaze towards the ceiling as you open the chest. On an inhale, come back through center. Exhale when you get there. Release the hand from behind the back if you have not already. So we're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold. So grab your blocks if you need them or have them. Place them out in front of you. You can stack them up tall or just stack them up like so into a T. Wherever you are today, if you want to lengthen the legs out maybe a little bit further if you're able, don't try to push it. Just allow yourself to feel a nice deep stretch in the middle of in the inner thighs here. So we'll inhale, sit up tall. And on the exhale, start to walk the hands down until you feel that comfortable stretch and allow the head to rest onto the blocks, maybe onto the fist, or all the way completely to the floor. Completely up to you. Allow there to be length in the back of the neck. Use the breath. Allow the body to soften on its own, not to be pressed or forced. On an inhale, start to use the hands to press yourself back up. Exhale when you get to the top. Awesome. Now we're going to bring the legs back together, have them extended out long in front of us. Have the hands either facing in towards you or have them facing away. Keep the toes flexed up towards the ceiling so legs are active, softness in the backs of the knees. Roll the shoulders away from the ears, lift the chest. Allow the head to fall back slightly. Gaze up towards the ceiling. On an inhale, start just come up out of this posture. Exhale when you get to the top. We're going to come into a forward fold only briefly, just to counter the posture of us expanding through the chest. So inhale, sit up tall. You can just clasp the shins, ankles, or peace fingers around the toes, and just allow the head to come in, lengthening the back of the neck. We'll just take 3 breaths. On an inhale, you start to roll up, stacking vertebrae by vertebrae, allowing the head to be the last thing to come up. Awesome. So swing the legs to the side here, coming into a tabletop position. We'll move through a few cycles of cat-cow. Stack shoulders over wrist bones, hips over knees. You can walk the other way if you need to. Press firmly into the backs of the feet. We'll inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze up towards the ceiling. Curl the tailbone up. Exhale, round through the spine, find that navel to spine connection. Chin to the chest. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round through the spine, press the mat away. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, rounding through the spine. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhaling. Exhale. On an inhale, come back into that neutral spine position. We're going to come into a lizard variation. So if you need to, grab your blocks and place them at the front of the mat. They might help to rest your elbows on. So staying in that table, coming into that tabletop position, we'll take the right foot outside of the right hand, angle it to a 1 o'clock type position. Option just to lengthen that left leg out behind you as you stay here. Or if you'd like to have a more active lizard, you can come up onto the ball mount of that back leg, activating the glutes and the quads, and press into the ball mount of that left foot. You can either stay up tall with the hands pressed firmly into the mat. You can take the blocks, stack them on top of each other, resting on the elbows. And if you're really able to come down all the way to the mat, wow, it's amazing, because I cannot do that. But that really is awesome if you can. The only thing is to keep this right knee hugged in towards you and not allow it to splay open. So you don't want it to come out, you want it to stay in, like so. And breathe as you radiate the chest forward. This is a very intense hip opener. So if you need to feel the need to enter and then exit, and then maybe come back into it again, please feel free to do so. Or you might start off up high and then work your way down. Taking the hands back down to the mat if they're not already there. Start to shift the hips and bring the back of the foot back down to the mat. Start to shift the hips towards the back of the mat, drawing that right foot back to meet the left so that we can switch sides. Awesome. I know that's an intense posture for me. Really, really intense. So let's switch sides, bringing the left foot outside of the left hand. Maybe scooching that right knee back slightly, pressing into the back of that right leg, or coming onto the ball mound with that right foot, keeping it as an active posture. So the left foot will be more at 11 o'clock than it would be 1 o'clock on the right side. Make your choice, pick your poison, feel the stretch in the inner parts of the thighs, the outside of the hip. Breathe into it and allow the heart to radiate forward. Coming off the ball mound of that back foot, if you are there, come back onto the hands. If you're resting on your elbows, start to shift the hips towards the back of the mat, taking that left leg with you, placing it next to the right knee, placing the right knee next to the left knee. Take the knees as wide as the mat or wider, toes to touch. Send the hips back towards the heels and melt the chest into the mat for an extended child's pose. On an inhale, start to press into the hands, lifting you back up, shifting the hips towards the front of the mat now, coming back into that tabletop position. We're going to come into cow facing legs and cow facing arms, or Gomukasana. So what I want you to do is extend the right leg out long and bring it to the back of that left knee. So you're going to be kind of sitting like this. Then what I want you to do is start to walk the hands back until you're sitting on your bum. Good. And I left my strap over there. Well, good thing this is my good side. Well, here's the towel. So what we'll want to do is take the strap or towel into your right hand and give yourself a good old pat on the back. Take the left hand out, rotating the palm towards the back of you. Find the internal rotation or external rotation of that left arm and clasp the hands or clasp the towel or strap. Lift the chest. You can even use the back of the head to press into the back of that right arm to open up a little bit more. If you do tend to fight with stiffness in the shoulders or unopened shoulders at all, you know, they're not open at all, something I still have a battle with, but it does get better with time. You'll feel the stretch in the back of that right tricep specifically. This also opens up through the traps, the front of the chest. Lots of good stuff. Keep the spine long at all times. Rounding down to the sitting bones. Releasing the hands. Wrap the arms around you. Give yourself a nice big hug in the front. Maybe take the chin to the chest. Then release. Start to hinge forward to place the hands back down onto the mat to come out of this posture. Release the right knee from behind the left, and we'll have to switch sides. So extend the left leg out long, bring it behind the right knee this time, and start to use the hands to walk yourself back until you're sitting on your bum again. So this time we'll have the strap or towel in our left hand. We'll take it up and over, pat ourselves on the back, rotate that, find the internal rotation of that left hand facing the palm towards your back, and then try to clasp the towel strap, or you can even use your shirt. And lift the chest. Last breath here. Release the clasp of your strap, towel, or shirt. Bring the arms forward. Give yourself a nice big hug. And release the hands. Start to shift your weight forward to bring yourself back onto your hands, stacking the shoulders over the wrist. Release that left knee from behind the right. Then we're going to start to shift ourselves forward to lay flat onto our bellies, maybe lengthening the knees out behind us as we lower ourselves down all the way onto our bellies. Legs will be extended out long, maybe have the toes to touch. Then we will inhale, lift up for Cobra, Bhujangasana. Relax the shoulders. Exhale, lower down. We're going to inhale, lift up, relaxing through the shoulders. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Awesome job. Next, we're going to come into a quad stretch. So bring the left elbow down to the mat. Pivot the left hand towards the right. Grab a strap if you'd like to have one to lasso around the ankle of the right foot. Or you can just reach back and grab a hold of that right ankle, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears, maybe flexing in that right foot or pointing the toes and stretch to that quad. Maybe just take it in a little bit closer to the glute. Breathing, gaze is forward. If you'd like to take it possibly a little bit further here, you can clasp the inside part of that right foot coming into an ekapada breath and start to use the hand to guide ever so gingerly the right foot down towards the mat. So this is going to be a rotation of the foot towards the right hip. And the right elbow will start to come up towards the ceiling. And breathe here. You feel any pain or twinge in the knee, back out and just come into the nice quad stretch. Use the breath. Release the clasp of that right foot or ankle, allowing your right foot to descend slowly down to the mat. Let's switch sides. Right elbow comes to the mat, pivots the right hand towards the left elbow or left hand. Start to draw that left foot towards the left glute. Relax through the shoulders. Chest is shining forward. Crown is ascending towards the ceiling. Then we'll breathe in. Again, if you'd like to take a little bit further and clasp the inside part of that left foot and taking the fingers to the outside of the left foot, and then maybe start to rotate that left foot down towards the mat. Continuing to keep the gaze forward, keeping the breath steady and not pushing it. Then release slowly, softly, without moving. Left foot back down to the mat. Take both elbows into the mat, hands are planted. Shoulders are square, head is going up towards the ceiling, so the spine is long. Heart is radiating for Sphinx pose. Press both feet firmly into the mat. Such a simple posture, but it takes precision and strength, stability. Hip points are pressing into the mat. Great way to strengthen the lower back. Then release. From here, we're going to do that fancy move I like to call flip flop onto our backs. Planting all four corners of both feet, having the bend in the knees here, we'll take the hands outside the hips for some bridge postures. So really anchor your feet down, keeping them both the toes facing at the end of the mat. We're going to inhale, lift the hip points up towards the ceiling, scooping the tailbone, lifting the chest. And release. Good. One more time like that. And then the last one, we're going to take it a little bit further. So we're going to inhale, scoop the tailbone. Use the hands as stability and the feet for stability. And release on the exhale. Before entering the last bridge posture, once you waggle the legs back and forth, bring it back to center. So for this last one, we'll scoop the tailbone first, so we'll come into the bridge posture. Then we'll start to snuggle the shoulder blades up underneath us, interlacing the hands behind the back of the body. So go ahead and scoop the tailbone up, start to wiggle the shoulder blades underneath you, clasp the hands if possible. You can energetically just reach for them, or you can even use a towel or a strap to bring you a little bit deeper if you're not able to reach. Release the hands and allow the sitting bones to descend back down towards the mat on the exhale. Hug the knees into the chest. Wrap the arms around the shins. Take the nose in towards the knees. Exhale, take it down. Extend the left leg out long as you draw the right knee in. And then on the exhale, take it up and over to come into your supine twist. Gaze over the right shoulder. On an inhale, bring that right knee back through center. Exhale when you get there. Right leg extends, left knee comes in. Hug the left knee into the chest. And on an exhale, take it up and over the right leg as you gaze over the left shoulder this time for your supine twist. On an inhale, bring it back through center. Exhale when you get there. Good. So to come into our final posture before Shavasana, grab the bolster or pillow or blanket and just roll over to whichever side it's facing and press yourself up ever so lightly to bring it up underneath you. So we'll have two options here of coming into supported fish posture, which is just bringing the towel or the blanket or pillow at the lower back or sacrum and just allow the chest to radiate up towards the ceiling as the arms come open. Or you can come into Supta Baddha Konasana or reclined butterfly, keeping the arms open wide, or you could even just rest them onto the belly. We'll be here for a few minutes before entering into Shavasana. And at that time, I'll give you the option to stay here or exit the prop of your choice and come into the traditional Shavasana. You're ready. You can either stay here for your Shavasana or roll to whichever side better serves you to exit your prop. And take your arms wide and your feet wide, taking up the space that you need to, continuing to allow the eyes to fall heavy into the back of the skull, tongue falling from the roof of the mouth. Back of the neck softens as your heart continues to radiate light and love throughout your body. You feel this light and love in each and every ounce of your being. From the top of the head to the soles of your feet. It envelops you. It surrounds you. It holds you. As you rest in Shavasana, and it carries you through the rest of your day. Thank you for allowing me to guide your practice today. Namaste.